Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So, it is now official. The inevitable has happened, and that is that Charlie Wyke has officially left the club and rejected the contracts that we had offered him. So, firstly, this is how the day went yesterday in regards to Charlie Wyke. So, he posted an Instagram post, we made an Instagram post showing this, essentially thanking Sunderland fans or the fans that had supported him from day one and what have you. So, we knew that he definitely wasn't going to be signing a new deal with us, which is fine. I mean, to be honest, and I don't want to come across as sour or anything like that. Gilesy, to be fair, bless him, he got some stick from Wigan fans yesterday, and I say Wigan fans because he's decided to sign for Wigan, which is, absolutely fine. It was just a bit of a surprise, and I think a little clip from Giles' video, it got taken out of context, where it does make him look like he's just moaning and being sour, and in reality, it's been taken out of context, and he was actually making a very good point. The point being that since pretty much the end of the season, he was linked with, top 10 championship clubs. He was linked with, Celtic, one of the best two teams in Scotland, at higher end teams essentially. And that's with no disrespect to Wigan. When you find out that he has gone to Wigan, do you know what I mean? That was the point that Gilesy was making, and I absolutely 100% get that, and I'm behind that point because you're thinking that okay, he's holding out for a club of some kind or a certain calibre of club. Which is fair enough because he's never going to have a season like he did last season again, in my opinion. So he's going to hold out for as much money as possible, probably as well. And that's exactly what it's been about. It has been about the money because now apparently Wigan are willing to pay £10,000 a week for Charlie Wyke, which even that sentence for me, it gives me goosebumps because on paper it sounds weird for anyone who isn't a Sunderland fan. It makes it look like we're being so sour, and it makes it look like we're just being nasty and just, again, just being sour regarding Charlie Wyke when we watch him week in, week out play 90 minutes of football. And 30 goals in a season is brilliant, and I will not move away from that. And even before this happened, I did say that, of course, I prefer him to stay, but if he left, I won't be bothered, which is weird considering that, and it isn't a coincidence that most Sunderland fans as well aren't heartbroken that we've just lost a 30-goal strike on a free. We're not. And there's a reason for that. Because, yes, he scored 30 goals, but he also had another 30 to 50 sitters throughout the season that you'd expect my grandma to put away. Do you know what I mean? And he didn't. But Haydn McGeady, and this is another argument everyone keeps saying, but it's, again, a very valid point. McGeady was putting chance after chance after chance on his head when he was completely free, 6 yards out or what have you. Of course, he starts to put it away. I'm not going to take it away from him, but he was getting given, chance on a plate, on a plate, on a plate, on a plate, and it was probably 1 in 4, 1 in 3, 1 in 4 that he was putting away. And you don't often get that many sitters per game, and he was missing them per game, but he was also scoring just as many. And it shows how many chances we were making for the lad. And again, I don't want to take it away. It's just I'm trying to justify to some fans that aren't Sunderland fans why we really don't give that much of a shit that we have lost Charlie Wyke, and he's done brilliant for himself to get £10,000 a week, if that is the case, if that rumour is true. And for me, I'm 100% convinced that we still have a better striker on the books in Ross Stewart. In the game against Lincoln in the semi-final, because they both played together, you can see the direct comparison, and he was twice the player Charlie Wyke was. Not only did he get the goal, but just off the ball, on the ball, he looked a lot better. He was quicker. He's better ball control. Don't even get me started on Charlie Wyke's ball control. But we look like we have a player already at the club that can do what Charlie Wyke did. The other day when we played Spennymoor, he actually scored an offside goal, Ross Stewart. And I don't think not a lot of people give him this much attention, but he scored an offside goal where a ball is pinged into him from right to left, and he's brought it down. It's hit come to him at an awkward height, and he's brought it down beautifully, chested it across himself, and then beautifully just placed it on the volley / half volley and put it into the bottom right hand corner. But unfortunately, it was offside. But I just thought in that little glimpse, that little moment that I saw, I just thought you would never in a million years see Charlie Wyke do that. So I'm very, very confident that we already have a striker capable of filling the boots of Charlie Wyke. As long as those deliveries keep coming in from Haydn McGeady, and I think Ross Stewart has the individual technique to be able to do a little bit more than Charlie Wyke can do on the ball anyway, I think we'll be absolutely fine. So, of course, all the best to Charlie Wyke. It has come across as if I'm being really sour. I swear to you I'm not. It's just I'm fed up of fans saying that Sunderland fans are being sour because, you know, you've got rid of your 30 goal striker, which on paper, again, it sounds like we should be fuming, when in reality, I really don't care. all that much anyway. That'd be harsh because I really don't care. Like I said, I prefer him to stay. I don't care too much, or I'm not heartbroken at least, which is the words I've been using a lot. I'm not heartbroken that he's left. All the best to him at Wigan. And, you know, Wigan have made some brilliant signings as well, some really, really good signings. You know, for them, obviously they've had an absolute horrible time, a torrid time of it, and they deserve a bit of success, and those fans deserve a smile on their face because they've been through absolute hell, haven't they, with owners and what have you. So, you know, all the best to them. Like I said, they've made some brilliant signings, and I absolutely expect them to be there and thereabouts. And all the best to Charlie as well. But yeah, so Alex Pritchard, this is another incoming or potential incoming for the club. I mentioned it at the back end of yesterday's video of the Luke O'Nien re-signing his new contract, or signing his new contract, that video. I did mention it at the back end of it, but apparently Alex Pritchard is on Weir side. I did actually try and hold off this Charlie White video because I thought we might be able to end it with a confirmed signing over the line, but it hasn't happened just yet. But Alex Pritchard, formerly of Norwich and Spurs as well, apparently he is on Weir side. Sign a deal on a free. So that would be a brilliant piece of business for me. Although, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, we did have a really bad injury. And a lot of fans have argued that he hasn't been the same player since, because before that, you know, he was rated and people were paying, you know, 8 million for him, 11 million for him. And for a reason, you know, he was a very, very exciting player. And all you need to do is look on YouTube and you'll find ample examples of what a great creative and goal-scoring midfielder he can be on paper. And when you look at stats, it doesn't look too impressive, but he has so much more to his game than just simply goals. He can play across the sort of front three and in behind the striker. And I think if we can get him going again in League One, he can be an absolute beast. If we can get him going anyway. So for me, I think that's a very, very exciting piece of business. If we can get him back to his older ways anyway. Hopefully, he's only 26, 27, so it's not like he's really old or anything. It's just, again, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, he just seems to be one of those names that everyone has as a sort of potential player for the future, but it just hasn't quite sat for him. And if we can get him on a free, to give him that opportunity at the Stadium Light and in League One, the potential is there for him to absolutely rinse this league. So hopefully that does go over the line. That's one I'm really, really excited for, if it does go over, of course. But that is everything for the time being, guys. So I just wanted to give you my sort of thoughts on Charlie. And of course, again, all the best. It may have come across like I was being really sour. I didn't mean that to be the case. It's just, particularly on Twitter, you've got Wigan fans absolutely hammering Sunderland fans, saying that we're being sour and, you know, just basically just arguing and being a little bit petty at times. I know Sunderland fans give it back as well, of course, but I wanted to give you my reasoning why I don't really, or I'm not heartbroken that he has left. But that'll be it, guys. What do you guys think about Charlie White going to Wigan? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sassy Army. But for now, you take care. Stay jammed.